Hello and welcome to Excel Highway. In today's video, I want to share with you an invoice generator and payment tracker I created in Excel. This is especially useful for small businesses that want to try an Excel version before jumping into a software with the recurring purchasing fee. There's a lot that you can do with the power of Excel, and I want to share it with you here. So first off, you see the payment dashboard where you can see your business's position, the trend of the last few months, overall, your top 5 expected payments, and some slicers so you can filter based on certain things like the description or a customer or a date, let's say. Only show me July, so everything here changes, so that's pretty nice. But this is the end result. That's how it looks in the end. Let me show you what you else can do in this file. So this is the main place where you use the file. It's the invoice template. And I mapped up all the details over here, but I'll walk you through it. Basically, the top area above this line is where you set up your company data or information. So set up the name, number, address, whatever you want. And of course, you can change that. And you can put your logo over here, which is always nice because eventually this will be generated as a PDF. I have this border line over here. Then the customer name, I just select more of the customer. The customer comes from the customer database, as you can imagine. It's just a simple table with some information, the name, email, telephone, payment terms, which is important because that generates the due date. So you select a name, everything else will change. You have the date of the invoice, which is today, and the due date, which is the date plus the payment terms. The invoice number, that's going to be generated automatically. It's always going to be the last number plus one that you created. You got a place for the general invoice description, say Excel work. Then you have the items. You can have here build Excel invoice file. One costs 250. You could have consulting or training. Let's see, 3 hours at 75 an hour. Then you have the subtotal. You can offer a discount, 10%, and you can have your VAT. You just change the number over here if you want, and also over here if it changes, just so it's nice and friendly. And you got the total, which is the subtotal minus the discount and the VAT. Okay, now once you click on create invoice, 4 things will happen. First of all, you're going to be asked where to save the PDF. Then Outlook will be opened and an email will be generated with the PDF attached. And a new line will be added to the invoice tracker and the template will be cleared, meaning customer name. This description will go back to that general and this will be deleted as well. So let's take a look. You click on create invoice. It asks for a location, save. Outlook is opened. I have an email to the email that I have in the customer database with the subject that's fixed and the attached invoice plus some predefined text. And you can see how it looks. Very nice, very clean. Of course, you don't have to send it. So what else can you do here, basically? You have the invoice tracker, which I just added that new um, invoice. You see you have the creation date plus all the fields. Okay, you also have the invoice amount, due date, how much was paid, how much it was lost, a link. So if you click on this, it will open the PDF. So it's very easy to track. See, it's the same PDF. And you have the amount owed, which is the invoice amount minus paid minus lost. That's the invoice tracker. Now you can make changes here. but I don't really recommend it. What I do recommend is using this sheet called the Open Invoices. So whenever you access this sheet, it will refresh. It's going to take all the this is also just some helper comments. So whenever you access it, it's just going to filter all of the invoices here where the amount owed is greater than 0 and just paste them over here into the open invoices. Now you can make any updates you want here. Once you click on this button, update invoice, it's just going to update the tracker from here. So for example, let's close this one. Let's say I got paid in full, click on update, invoice updated. Nothing changed here, but if I go over here, I'll see it as this is paid. And if I go back to the open invoices, now that line is gone. So that's pretty much what you can do here. If you go to the list sheet, here you can see also a few things that you can do. You have the invoice number, which is automatically. You got the PDF name. So if you want a different PDF name, I have here inv underscore and the number. But of course, this could be any other thing. You could just create it over here. And you have the Outlook body that you saw. So I have the full name here. I'm just pulling the first name in case the person has two names. Otherwise, it's going to just be the first name. And then just hi and the name. Please find attached invoice. Regards a lot. You can write whatever you want, have how many rows that you want, and it will work. The invoice pivots is where everything is automated to generate the dashboards, the charts. So you can change things if you want, if you know what you're doing. And of course, you can also make adjustments and create different dashboards. And you see, once I access the dashboard, it refreshes the pivot tables and you get a clean view. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. I'm probably going to add, I'm also going to add a subject here for the email. So you can do it manually because it's hard coded at this point. But I will just add that as an option here for manual input. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this content and found some value in it and saw what you can do with Excel. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.